We have returned for a special television presentation that we like to call Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It is the 15th day of July, right smack dab, pretty much in the middle of the month. But it's the end of the week, and I am Dan Kuntz. Thanks for starting your day with us. 68 degrees, gobs of gooey good sunshine. Relative humidity is up there. Relatively speaking, it's 43%. It's going to go down into the teens. We got a red flag warning. Going to see a little bit of wind this afternoon. Tonight, it's going to spill into Saturday. Details are coming up, but we don't like those red flag warnings. A combination of strong winds, low relative humidity, warm temperatures, not what we want to see, but boy, it happens every year. Weather forecast is coming up in the news. A fatality motorcycle accident in the Coles Corner area claimed the life of a couple of people. That'll be our lead story when we get to the news. There's a lot of news to get to. Sports, 11 in a row for the Seattle Mariners. We like that. It wasn't easy, but they beat the Rangers. Highlights, and we, of course, are going to be at the ballpark tonight. Is this getting any better? A warm summer evening at the ballpark to watch some baseball. We will be broadcasting live. The Corvallis Knights, who have been the class of the West Coast League for the last decade or so, they're coming into town. Huge three-game series against the Apple Sox. We'll preview that. We'll have the game for you tonight. Into the back half of the program, Mitch Darlington, the head coach of the Wenatchee Apple Sox, and Joichiro Oyama. This is the second baseman that's caught a lot of people's eyes. He's already set the Apple Sox record for stolen bases in the season, and they got a lot of baseball to play. You're going to meet Joe and talk to Mitch and talk about the upcoming weekend series when we get to the back half of the program and everything else you need to start your day. It's 2 minutes after the hour. Let's get going. Everybody's favorite part, our tour around the valley with our Valley View cameras from Wenatchee Heights. Again, the Columbia River is running high and running cold. This is as late in the year as I can remember, and I've been here a long time, that the Columbia River has been this high, this late in the season, and this chilly. And that's just the Columbia. When you factor in the Icicle River and the Wenatchee River, they're running fast and they're running cold. They're running about twice as fast for the middle of July as they normally are. And that has led to some issues, as you know. Good morning to the Valley with East Wenatchee getting most of the attention, and they deserve it. Camera 2. Uriah gets it to sign. He says Jump Off Ridge might be a nice camera to visit this morning, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. We're just peeking over the Wenatchee Heights area, so you can almost make out the camera that we just looked at. Now we're a lot higher up in elevation and a lot farther back at Jump Off Ridge. There's a whole bunch of towers and repeaters and translators up there because that's how the technology works. The higher up you are, the better off it works. Good morning to the Valley from high atop Jump Off Ridge, camera number 3. Takes us to Cougar Ridge. We're looking basically at the Old Station industrial area and a huge swath of sunny slope as it climbs up Birch Mountain, and you can see the snow-capped Cascades way off into the distance. You can almost make out Monitor from that view. Cougar Ridge, great view there. Not a cloud in the sky in camera 4. Billy Goat checks in. Good morning, Billy Goat. Hello, Brewster. Pretty much right in the middle of your screen. I think you can make out Canada. They use kilometers up there, by the way. You can see the sun, the sun's rays reflecting off the lens of that camera. High atop Billy Goat Mountain. That camera is about 4,700 feet in elevation. It is up there. Good morning to our friends up in the Omak-Okanagan area. By the way, Omak right now, you're at 63 degrees. The warm spot, Quincy, is already at 74. They're already warming up there. We hit 91, by the way, yesterday. Okay, red flag warning. Yeah, here we go again. Combination we talked about. Strong winds, low relative humidity, warm temperatures. Any fire that gets a toehold is going to take right off. That huge pink swath that you see on your screen, that is the location. But the red flag warning, it starts at noon today, goes until 8 o'clock tonight. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, our winds are going to be too bad during the day. It'll be right around 10 miles an hour out of the northwest. Right now it's blowing at 12 miles an hour out of the northwest, which really isn't much. But it's going to pick up in intensity tonight, close to sunset. Right around, I don't know, 8:30, we're going to see some strong winds. It's going to spill over a little bit into Saturday, but again, the window of the red flag warning right now is noon to 8 o'clock. Most of the stronger winds are going to be in the Waterville Plateau, up in the Chelan area and the Omak-Okanagan area. Your winds are going to be a little more intense. than down here in the Wenatchee Valley. But again, there's a lot of grassland out there. And if they get going, yikes. We don't want to have to use our PTZ cameras to capture wildfires. We use them, but we don't want to. And here's hoping we don't have to. Red flag warning starts at noon today. From the National Weather Service, in detail, the next 7 days look something like this. Sunshine and 92 today. Yesterday's high was 91, and our low was 62. We're off to a fairly mild start, 68 now. So we're going to be up right around that 91, 92 degree mark. Again, a little breezy at times late this afternoon and into the evening hours. We'll dip down to 62 for the overnight low. Little wind on Saturday, really not that much, about 10 miles an hour. It's going to actually make it quite comfortable. We'll be close to the 90 degree mark, probably right around 88 or 89 for our forecast high on Saturday. No complaints at all. Sunshine, a little on the windy side on Sunday, but not too much. A little bit cooler, high of 84, that's below normal. Up to 91 we go. Hot on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It is July, sunny, warm, hot at times, a little bit of wind, absolutely no rain in the forecast. In the afternoon hours, the relative humidity will dip down into the teens. At one point yesterday afternoon, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the relative humidity in Wenatchee was at 15%. That's bone dry, but that is where we live. We're accustomed to that. Just about 7 minutes after the hour, we have a lot of news to get to. And if you want to be informed on what's happening in the Wenatchee Valley, North Central Washington, come right back in 1 minute and I'll let you know. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley Friday edition on the NCW Live channel.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
.68 degrees, lots of sunshine, lower 90s today, a little wind at times today, tonight, and on into Saturday. A little bit of a cool down over the weekend, but nothing but sunshine, mild temperatures, and beautiful midsummer weather for the Wenatchee Valley in North Central Washington. It's 9 minutes after the hour. 2 people are dead after a motorcycle collided with a pickup truck. This happened last night in the Coles Corner area, just off Highway 2, according to the Washington State Patrol. At about 10:30 last night, a 2009 Kawasaki ZX 600 motorcycle traveling at a high rate of speed struck the rear of a 1996 Ford F-150 pickup while both were traveling southbound on State Route 207. This happened just north of where State Route 207 intersects with Highway 2. Both occupants of the motorcycle, a 42-year-old Leavenworth man and his female passenger, were pronounced dead at the scene. The identities of the two are being withheld pending notification of next of kin. The driver and passenger of the pickup, 48-year-old Julie Sullivan and 51-year-old Christopher Sullivan, both from Leavenworth, were not injured. The highway was closed for over 4 hours after that accident. A 20-year-old Auburn man was injured yesterday afternoon on Blewett Pass. He apparently fell asleep at the wheel, drifted off the highway, struck a rock, and rolled multiple times. The Washington State Patrol says Mitchell Sampson was driving a 2017 Ford Fusion southbound about 2 miles from the summit of Blewett Pass. This happened about 12:45 yesterday afternoon. That's when the accident occurred. Sampson was transported to Cascade Medical Center in Leavenworth with non-life-threatening injuries. He faces charges of negligent driving and not possessing a driver's license. The northbound lanes of Blewett Pass were partially blocked for a couple of hours. Authorities have identified the woman who died in that drowning incident on Tuesday in the Wenatchee River near Leavenworth. 46-year-old Elva Jean Flores Duenas of Tacoma died during an inner tube float trip after she missed her scheduled takeout point at the Barn Beach Reserve and drifted into the fast-running water. Bystanders were able to pull her to shore, but resuscitation efforts failed to revive her. Rescuers say Flores Duenas was not wearing a life jacket. Rivers, of course, remain higher than normal. The levels are high. The water is cold. It's running fast. Recreationists and local river experts warning to be aware of the conditions and always wear a personal flotation device. Firefighters responded to a pair of suspicious brush fires yesterday morning, one near downtown Wenatchee and the other near Fred Meyer in East Wenatchee. At 7:06 a.m., a witness reported seeing a man setting a fire in the alley at 421 South Mission Street in Wenatchee. Kay McKellar of Chelan County Fire District 1 said the fire burned an area of about 20 by 20 feet and briefly threatened vehicles in the Dogwise parking lot before it was knocked down by firefighters. She said police are speaking with the witness. About a half hour before that happened, firefighters responded to that brush fire near the Senator George Seller Bridge ramp. It was burning towards the Fred Meyer gas pumps. McKellar said that fire burned an area of about 50 feet by 50 feet of sagebrush and grass. There was a report of a man on a bicycle near where the fire started, but investigators were unable to locate the man. The two fires are not believed to be connected. And just before 10:30 on Wednesday evening, firefighters responded to a brush fire on 4th Street Northeast near the Eastmont Community Church in East Wenatchee. McKellar said there were reports of booms prior to the fire, but officials have been unable to determine if it was started by fireworks and burned an area of about 10 feet by 10 feet. Speaking of fires, the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife has ordered restrictions now. It begins today on campfires and other activities on their lands in eastern Washington. The WDFW said the bans will begin 2 weeks after their normal July 1st date because, of course, we had a wet and cool start to the summer. The order prohibits campfires, the discharge of firearms for target shooting, smoking, except in an enclosed vehicle, welding, chainsaws, and operating a vehicle off a developed road. Campfires are still allowed in all areas of the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest that are normally open to campfires, except in wilderness areas where campfires are never allowed. State Supreme Court is going to revisit a Douglas County judge's decision to strike down Washington's new capital gains tax. Judge Brian Huber ruled back in March that the tax on stock sales greater than $250,000 was unconstitutional under state law. Well, the Attorney General's office asked the Supreme Court to review the decision, and the court agreed to do so on Wednesday. That means the case will skip the State Court of Appeals and go directly to the High Court. Opponents say the tax on asset sales amounts to an income tax, which has already been held unconstitutional in Washington State. That's what's making news at 13 minutes after the hour. If the rest of this week is any indication, today is going to be a busy day in the newsroom, but we got a bunch of folks who know what they're doing. We'll be getting the news together for you. And at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock tonight, you can check it out. And after the ball game tonight at 10 o'clock, and you can also watch it on our Facebook page and on our homepage by going to our website at ncwlife.com and check out the news that way. With a preview of tonight's newscast, the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good Friday morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, expect temperatures to remain slightly above normal the next couple of days and then downright hot next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has the latest on the Mariners-Rangers series and has a look at tonight's NCW Life broadcast of the Apple Sox and Corvallis game. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then.
Thanks, Grant. You got a news tip? You want to drop us a note? Let us know how we're doing. Don't forget, if you want to comment on this particular program, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, I do accept constructive criticism so long as it's unqualified praise. Get a hold of us. Go to our Facebook page, email us directly, or go to our homepage and comment that way. When we come back, the Mariners, 11 in a row. We'll preview the big weekend series with the Apple Sox, not only when we get to sports, but in the back half of the program. Still to come, some celebrity birthdays, today in history, the obscure holiday, and an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Magnotti. You're watching a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
This is the NCW Live concert calendar. Fridays, it's live music at Alta Cellars in downtown Manson from 4 to 7 p.m. Sunday, it's Succession Winery located between Chelan and Manson with live music from 2 to 5. Chelan Cellars and Sorrento's Restaurante present music on Mondays at 4 p.m. weekly. Check the individual websites for more information. That's the NCW Live concert calendar.
16 minutes after the hour, the Mariners have their second longest winning streak in franchise history, 11 in a row, 6-5 over the Rangers, but man, it was not easy. Marco Gonzalez, he struggled from the get-go. The Rangers posted a 4-0 lead by the second inning. The Seattle team, though, has adopted the 1995 Mariner theme. They're refusing to lose, and they came through for their 11th straight victory.
Into center. And it's beyond underneath the glove of Tavares. Haggerty can't fly. He is on his way. This might happen. He's going to third. He's getting waved home. Sam Haggerty scores on an inside the park home run. He had it the whole way. And he hits this ball a ton. There we are, Aaron. That's a middle of the plate fastball. And he's off to the races once he sees it past the center fielder. And not close at home.
Yeah, you better cool him down. The brain always has to be turned on. They're in everything.
Ooh, this one shot to the right side. Base hit for Leody Taveras. His second hit of the game. He gets Heim to the plate. And the Rangers lead 5-1.
Lined out to left field, base hit. Haggerty scores. Julio's coming home. He strides to the plate and scores standing. Eugenio Suarez puts two across. It's a 2-out, 2-run single, and the Mariners put a dent in that Rangers lead. 5-3 Texas in the 7th. It hits him. Hits Julio at 97. He's saying, come on home. Frazier scores from third. It's a 1-run game in the 8th inning. Well, Haggerty, the go-ahead run is at second. Into left field. Toro's coming home to tie. Here is Haggerty. He pedals home. Haggerty slides. Ty France. He strikes again. You need a clutch hit. Call Ty France. It's a 6-5 Mariners lead in the 8th inning.
See Taylor Bennett, Scott Service looking on.
Routine fly ball. Winker, he's calling everybody off. He makes the catch, and the Mariners win it. They come from behind. They win it in Texas, 6-5 the final, and the Mariners have secured the second longest winning streak in franchise history. The Seattle Mariners have won 11 games in a row.
Sam Haggerty, man, he's good. Came off the bench. He had 3 hits, including that inside the park home run that you just saw. Manager Scott Service, after the game, said it wasn't the way he drew it up, but 11 in a row is 11 in a row.
Our normal formula has certainly been consistent and really awesome starting pitching, and Marco struggled tonight. He really struggled in the first couple innings to find any rhythm, and they were on him. Certainly he's pitched against them a couple different times this year, and they were on the changeup, the breaking balls. They were ready to go on the soft stuff. So he made an adjustment. Unfortunate for us, because we were light in our bullpen tonight, he was able to get through 6 innings, which really allowed us and keep it somewhat close to do what we did offensively tonight. And ton of credit to the guys at the bottom of the lineup tonight. Haggerty kind of got everything going with that inside the park homer, but Frazier big hit, Toro big hit, to get guys on base when the top of the lineup is coming around, and Ty France does what Ty France does. He did what he does, however that plays, but awesome effort by everybody tonight, and you just got that feeling, even when we're down 3-4 runs there as the game's going on, everybody feels like if we can just get some traffic, we'll get some big hits late, and that's what happened tonight. So 11 wins in a row. Incredible group we've got, and they look forward to coming to the park every day.
Now, the team record is 15 games in a row. They won that back in the magical season of 2001. They'll go for number 12 today, 5:05. First pitch, and you can watch the game on News Sports Northwest. Robbie Ray, by the way, will pitch for the Mariners. Just one other game in the division yesterday. Houston edged Los Angeles 3-2 in 10 innings. Jeremy Pina's RBI base hit at the top of the 10th was the difference. So the Astros' lead of the West is 11 games over the Mariners, 16.5 over the Rangers, and 20 in front of the Angels. The Wenatchee Apple Sox hosting the Corvallis Knights. West Coast League baseball tonight. Corvallis won the West Coast League's first half title. They've already punched their ticket to the playoffs. The Evil Empire, as Wenatchee bills the Knights, they've won 8 league championships, including the last 5 in a row. The Apple Sox lead the second half standings in the North Division at 4-2 after Bellingham won the first half title. Tonight's game live on the NCAA Live Channel, 6:30 tonight. Eric, our good buddy Eric Granstrom with the play-by-play. Arch Ecker, the voice of the Wenatchee Wild, who's going to throw out tonight's ceremonial first pitch, will be joining Eric, and so will Ed Nags. The longtime coach of the Wenatchee Apple Sox is in his 3rd season as an assistant for Corvallis. We're going to have a good time at the ballpark tonight. If you can't make it out, check it out on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. All right, to the Les Schwab scoreboard we go. Jacob Sharp hit a couple of home runs to lead Ridgefield over Bellingham 7-3. Leo Rivera of Walla Walla scored the game-winning run on a fielding error in the bottom of the 10th. The Sweets knock off Bend 9-8. Colby Metco and 3 relievers combined on a 3-hit shutout. Portland passed Springfield 4-0. Kelowna scored 3 runs in the 5th and 2 in the 7th. They knock off Port Angeles 5-4. Grady Morgan, Jessada Brown, and Joseph Redfield each collected 4 hits. Victoria beat Nanaimo 16-1. The Harbor Cats had 23 hits in the game. And Xander Darby, no relation to Uriah, 2 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI to lead Corvallis to a 7-4 win over Edmonton. So the standings in the North in the second half, there you go. Wenatchee, a half-game lead over Kelowna. Victoria is a game and a half in front of Edmonton heading into the weekend. As far as the South is concerned, Portland is off to a good start in the South second half. They're 9-2. Springfield is a game and a half back, and Ridgefield, Corvallis, Walla Walla, and Bend are 3 games back. The schedule today, besides the big one between the Sox and the Knights, you got Cowlitz hosting Port Angeles at 6:05. At 6:35, Springfield at Ridgefield, Nanaimo at Bellingham, Victoria hosting Yakima Valley, Walla Walla's at Kelowna, Edmonton as a non-leaguer against St. Albert, Bend and Portland will get underway at 7:05. An action-packed open-wheeled racing at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. It's Thunder in the Valley. The Rockstar Energy B mods, the Speed Tour mods, the Speed Tour sprint cars, spring cars, I should say. The West Coast Vintage Racers, the Northwest Focus Midgets, they're all in town. Practice tonight from 4 to 7, a kickoff party at the Clearwater Casino at 7:30. Gates open at 4:30 tomorrow. Racing gets underway at 6. Tickets and everything else you need to know on the World Wide Web, WVSO.com, and those are just some of the games that people are playing on this 15th day of Friday, and we love horses. With all due respect to the dog, which is man's best friend, who's kidding who? The most important animal in the history of mankind is the horse. By far. It's not even close. Once we domesticated horses about 5,000 years ago, they were the do everything, be everything. They worked, they were modes of transportation. We have a very special relationship with our good friend, the horses. If you've ever rented a horse, owned a horse, ridden a horse, I used to own horses. I had a couple of horses. They're expensive, but man, they were so good. KT and Fashion were the 2 horses that we owned, and they were just like big dogs. They got along well with everybody. They were just great animals, and I miss having horses. Of course, horses are unique. They have eyes on their side of their heads. So they can see almost all the way around, except right in front of them and right behind it, which is always important when you're around a horse, to make sure that the horse can see you. Horses can get a little spooked out if you stand directly in front of them because they can't see you, or directly behind them because they can't see you. That's why a lot of thoroughbred racehorses wear those blinders to keep that from happening. Because they can lock their knees, horses can sleep both standing up and laying down. If the horse is sleeping laying down, that means it's pretty content and knows it's safe, because if there's a predator, it takes a long time for a horse to stand back up again. But if a horse is sleeping standing up, it can wake right up and run like crazy. Horses, of course, are nose breathers. They cannot breathe out of their mouth. Male horses have 40 teeth. Female horses have 36 teeth. That's one way to tell the two apart. There are others. Horses produce 10 gallons of saliva every day, and the horses drink a minimum of 5 gallons of water every day. Horses are cool. I love horses. I hope you do too. Today is National I Love Horses Day. And horses have unique personalities. They really do. 26 minutes after the hour. Today in history, one of the prerequisites of getting back into the Union, if you were a Confederate state during the Reconstruction period, is that you had to pass the 15th Amendment. The three amendments during the Reconstruction, you had to pass and ratify the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment to get back into the Union. Georgia did the 13th and the 14th, but they didn't pass the 15th Amendment, which guaranteed the right to vote. They actually turned it down in 1869. The Georgia legislature defeated ratification of the 15th Amendment, so they weren't allowed back into the Union. The U.S. Congress, citing widespread voter fraud in the election, they barred Georgia's elected representatives from sitting in Congress, and they gave all the second-place finishers, all of them Republicans, the seat. They said, well, sorry, you're not getting back into the Union, Georgia, until you pass the 15th Amendment. The Republican runner-up took their places. About a week later, they then ratified the 15th Amendment to the Constitution. Military rule finally came to an end. In 5 years after the conclusion of the Civil War, Georgia was finally readmitted to the Union, the last of the Confederate states to get back in. Most of them whipped right back in. Georgia took its time, but they finally got it done 152 years ago today. Happy birthday to Boeing! The Boeing Company, 106 years old today in Seattle, William Boeing, and his partner. People forget about George Westervelt. He was the partner in it. George and William Boeing, of course, became legendary. George Westervelt was in the United States Navy, and they reassigned him to the East Coast from the Seattle area, so he gave up his partnership because he was in the Navy. He was in active service, and he said, I can't be here. Poor George, he missed out on a pretty good deal. Boeing is the largest exporter in this country by dollar volume. In 2018, Boeing made net income of $10.4 billion. Last year, they lost $4.3 billion. Boeing is 106 years old today. Outdoor baseball. Happy 23rd birthday to T-Mobile Park, formerly Safeco Field. Outdoor baseball, for the first time in franchise history, comes to the Seattle Mariners under a retractable roof on a beautiful summer evening in the Emerald City on this date in 1999. The $517 million Safeco Field made its debut. Dave Niehaus throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
The fans that have shown up here at Safeco Field, and who else to throw out the first pitch at Safeco Field? A guy that has been here since the very, very beginning, has seen more games than anyone else in the Northwest. And of course, it's my partner Dave Niehaus. And Dave, I'll tell you what, congratulations, partner, because that's quite an honor, and I think it had you pretty well tied up.
It did. It did.
When did you know that you were going to throw out the first pitch?
When Chuck Armstrong handed me the ball, and look at Speaker Foley. You know, if he had better hands, he should have caught it.
44,607 on hand. The final score, San Diego 3, Seattle 2. If you remember correctly, Jose Mesa walked 4 consecutive batters in the top of the 9th inning. The Mariners lost their first ever game at now T-Mobile Park, but it's a great ballpark, great place to watch a baseball game. And happy 16th birthday to Twitter, the largest social media platform in the world. Is 16 years old. They've been in the news. Elon Musk trying to buy it. The top 10 Twitter accounts with the most followers. Number 10, Ellen DeGeneres. Number 9, the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Number 8, Lady Gaga. Number 7, Taylor Swift. Number 6, Elon Musk. Number 5, Cristiano Ronaldo, the great soccer player. Number 4, Rihanna. Number 3, Katy Perry. Number 2, Justin Bieber. And the Twitter account with the most followers by far, as a matter of fact, number 1, Barack Obama. It is the bottom of the hour. Birthdays. Rembrandt, the famous Dutch painter. Now, they say great artists have some narcissism in there. There's some ego involved in that. Rembrandt took it to a whole nother level. Rembrandt's favorite thing to paint was Rembrandt. He painted himself a lot. Rembrandt, born in the state in 1606, certainly the most famous artist the Dutch have ever produced. Alex Carris, born in the state in 1935. We lost Alex 10 years ago at the age of 77. All-American defensive tackle at the University of Iowa, a 4-time Pro Bowler with the Detroit Lions, the television sitcom Webster. But most people associate Alex Carris with the role of Mongo in Blazing Saddles. I'm sure he was fine with that, the late Alex Carris. The most successful female singer of the 1970s, and now retired, Linda Ronstadt. As far as pure singing ability, she, to me, is as good as anybody. Not quite to Aretha Franklin levels, but just the sheer ability to sing a song, Linda Ronstadt, amazing. She's 76 years old today. If you don't have the album Heart Like a Wheel, buy it. She's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She's retired now, of course, because she can't sing anymore. She has Parkinson's disease, but we love her anyway. And as you know, I follow Japanese sumo wrestling. I'm a big fan of it, so we want to wish a happy 30th birthday to Hoko Tojo Fiji Daki. Hoko Tuka Fiji. That guy is 30 years old today. Still to come, an opinion from Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and this is a guy who's known for his opinions. And then yesterday, right after the kids' camp, Uriah and I popped on over to Paul Thomas Senior Field to talk to Mitch Darlington and Joichiro Oyama to talk about the big weekend series for the Wenatchee Apple Sox. We had a great visit with those two, and you're going to see it when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
It's Click-It RV's Moses Lake RV Expansion Sale. July 14th through the 18th. Click-It RV Moses Lake has expanded over 13 acres, which means you'll have the most and best floor plans and layouts for every lifestyle. And your new RV comes with a lifetime warranty. Manufacturers are coming from across the country, and there'll be banks on site with 0 debt and 0 payments for 90 days. And check this out. You can win a beautiful Sunray camper trailer at the sale. It's 5 days only, so hurry into Click-It RV's Moses Lake RV Expansion Sale. July 14th through the 18th.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up.
Getting ready for the boating season is easy with the help of Boswell Boats and Motors. Now's the time of year to upgrade your boat from a new motor, a bow mount, installing a state-of-the-art GPS fish finder, or just fixing your trailer lights. Make your appointment today. With marine technology changing fast, the service department stays up to date with the newest developments and factory certifications. Spend more time on the water and less time at the shore. Get ready for summer fun now at Boswell Boats and Motors.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if you only have the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties. Mary Maids, let us help.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
have a hereditary bone disease from the female side of my family. My bone loss was so significant that you could almost see the roots. I became embarrassed and I started covering my mouth. Eating became very difficult as far as I stopped eating apples, corn on the cob, things that you just eat as it is without utensils. Dr. Divis was my dentist prior to having implants. We talked about traditional dentures or implants, and implants was the only way really that I could go. John Divis and all of his office staff, they checked on me throughout all the processes. I would never go anyplace else. Today, I can eat corn on the cob. I can have apples. Thanks to Dr. John Divis and his staff, I have my smile back. I feel more confident. I am me again.
This is John Divis. Let our team help you solve your dental needs.
Can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Help maximize your mileage with a free safety check. Just swing by. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
This is Mike, Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I recently moved to a new office where two other counselors have been for quite some time. They're both women. And they've been working there for a while, and things actually, I think, have been going pretty well, I think. I've been trying to be a good office mate, particularly in the use of the employees-only restroom. I clean up after myself. I'm always careful to put the seat down. But there's one issue I don't think I can tolerate much longer. And one of these days, new guy or not, I'm going to have to take action. The toilet paper roll needs to feed over the top, the front of the roll, not underneath out of the back. Just thinking about it gives me the shakes. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
I'm here at Boswell's Home Furnishings to announce one of their newest lines of furniture, Builtwell, an amazing local furniture maker in Oregon.
Hi, can I help you?
I was just telling my friends.
About Builtwell? They have exquisite craftsmanship, superior construction. I love their designs. Builtwell is a great addition to the wide selection of quality furniture you'll find here at Boswell's.
Boswell's Furniture on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Bob's Burgers and Brews in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy great food, great service, and a great time. Only the best for our guests. We look forward to serving you. Stop on by today.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Had a surgery? Been in a car accident? Suffer from weekend warrior activities? Let Mount Stewart Physical Therapy and Chiropractic work out your aches and pains. This is Dr. Wayne Latimer. We've extended our multi-care practice to Mount Stewart Physical Therapy in Leavenworth. So, physical therapy and chiropractic. And whether you want to lift to get fit or you want to stay fit after your physical therapy, Balance Point Health and Fitness Gym is always open daily. Dr. Latimer Chiropractic Multi-Care Clinics, where we strive to do more, so you can too.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chair on the other side. You can lift this up.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Brace yourselves. Stunning action is going round with the baddest woman on the planet coming to your town. Cause it's a new day with undisputed game changers, unstoppable newcomers, and unimaginable collisions.
McIntyre and Sheamus in a street fight.
WWE Sunday Stunner. Tickets and Superstar Experience packages available this Friday.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCW Life. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're here at Paul Thomas Senior Field getting ready for a critical
weekend series against Corvallis. Coach Darlington is joining us again, and introduce this outstanding young ball player to your right, Coach.
Yeah, this is Joichiro Oyama. He's a second baseman. He's going to UC Irvine next year, and he's having a really good summer for us here in Wenatchee.
He's already set a record with all these games yet to play. He's the new all-time single-season stolen base king.
Yep. I think he's got 26 stolen bags, right, Joe? And previous record was 23 by Brent Wyatt, and that was a 13-year record that he broke this year.
So you throw righty, but you bat lefty. Were you inspired by a certain soon-to-be Hall of Fame baseball player to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching Ichiro, growing up, so, I kind of made myself, lefty, when I was young.
You're a natural right-hander.
Yeah, I was righty when I was a kid, yeah.
So it is true, by batting left-handed, you get that extra step and a half, 2 steps jumps to first base, and it leads to hits, does it not?
I believe so, yeah.
And this guy's fast. He can fly.
Oh, yeah. He if he puts a ball on the ground, even on the left side of the infield, it's usually going to result in a single, so he can flat out run.
Joe, I noticed you kind of hit the ball anywhere. As long as the ball's in the strike zone and you get the bat on it, it's going to find an empty spot in the field. You're not a pole hitter, or you're everywhere.
I mean, yeah, I'm just, see the ball, hit the ball, and then just let it happen. So that's my approach, I'm trying to get on the base every single time. So I'm just playing hard every single day.
A stand-up triple against, I think it was Bend the other day that I saw. You never see a stand-up triple, even in a hitter's ballpark.
Yeah, it's funny as well with Joe, because I was talking with our coaches about when a ball's in the gap, coaching third base, when do I decide if I want him to come to third or not? And every time a ball's in the gap with Joe, it's just automatically in my head. It's just like, there's no point in putting on a stop sign. Like, he's coming to third no matter what, so.
You mentioned the stolen bases. Does he have the green light, Coach, or does he have to get permission before he go ahead and makes a run? How does that work when it comes to Joe stealing?
Yeah, about one game into the season, I think we opened at Bend.
Yeah.
And after seeing Joe run a couple times, I talked to him after the game and I said, hey man, from here on out, it does not matter game situation, it doesn't matter count. You have a green light whenever, whether it be stealing first to second, second to third, whatever it is, you got a green light. So.
Are you looking at the pitcher's footwork, trying to figure out, okay, he's committing, he's throwing home, so I'm going? Is that what you're studying when you're thinking about stealing?
Yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, I'm just, I'm trying to be aggressive on the base, and then if there's a chance, I'm just gonna go.
Is second base your natural position in baseball, or is that what you got stuck with here?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, second base is my position maybe.
You like second base?
Yeah, I do like it. Yeah.
Yep. Coach, nice little couple of games against the Fish Sticks. Mm-hmm. Who's kidding who? They're not at the talent of the West Coast League, but it was a nice little 2-game break. Now it's time to get serious. You got the Knights coming into town, one of the best teams in the league. Let's do this. What do you got? What's your message out there?
Yeah, no, this is my message to the guys has been, just basically we got less than a month left. This weekend is kind of kickstarting that home stretch of our playoff run. I think currently we're in the 3 spot with 4 seeds going to a playoff team. And that's with a 16 and 17 West Coast League record. So we want to keep adding on that, get above 500. But this is a huge series for us. Even with our pitching staff, we've talked a little bit about, some of our starting guys who are going to start later in the week or maybe have to be seen in relief this weekend. We're going to start stacking pitchers as guys kind of depart and leave Wenatchee and our pitching staff gets smaller. We just got to make the most of what we got here and find ways to win games. So.
In fact, you lost one of your best players right after he was named Player of the Week. He was like, I'm out of here. But he also, these guys also need to take a little bit of a break from baseball, too. They've been playing almost every day since February, and that's certainly understandable, isn't it?
Yeah. Luke Stuka, who you're referring to, he was here last year. He came here before the season even started, played a whole West Coast League season, played a full year of school baseball, and then, right before he came out here, he called and just said, hey, I think I'm going to come out till about 4th of July, but I really need to get back home and get rejuvenated before he goes on to Cal State Northridge next year. So.
You got to step away from the game every once in a while. 2 things. Number 1, you get the rest, and number 2, it lets you appreciate your playing time, I think, a little bit more, doesn't it?
Right, yeah. The good thing about this team, really, we have depth, but we don't have a ton of depth compared to some of the teams in our league. Guys like Joe are pretty much in the lineup every single day unless it's a non-league game and he gets a night off. But even when he's getting a night off, he looks at the lineup card and is like, Coach, I'm not playing today. What's going on? So these guys want to be in the lineup and they want to play every day. And And so, the rest, we just take it when we can.
How important was that trip to Nanaimo to turn the fortunes of this team around? It seemed to really, that critical road trip.
Yeah.
Really made a difference.
Yeah, we finished the first half, 3 games under 500, and we finished, out of a playoff spot. And heading for a 6-game road trip to Canada, we thought, hey, this is a great chance to make up some ground. And ended up going 4-2 on that road trip, and really finished strong, getting that sweep into Nanaimo to end that road trip. And so good things are happening right now. Our lineup's really seeing it well, swinging it, and so I like where we're at.
At this point in the season, do you even bother scouting the opponents, or is it more what you can do?
Yeah, some of the stuff, a lot of it is we're just getting info on pitchers from the other team, just kind of seeing what pitches they throw, and then just getting spray charts for the other team. But, not a ton. We're a team that hasn't shifted a lot. Every game's different, and so we just kind of play it and adjust in-game that way. We're not a huge scout the other team type of club, so just playing it every single day and taking what we get from that.
How important is it to score the first run in these upcoming games? Because they're not going to see any 20-6 games. You're going to see 4-3 and 3-2 kind of games. How important is it to get that first run and put the pressure on the opposition?
Yeah, it's huge for us because we have a lot of good bullpen arms. That's kind of been the strength of this team this year. Is if we can get into the 7th or 8th inning, we got guys like Mason Philly and Davis Spencer and some good arms coming out of the pen that can close a game. So. Really important for us to get off to a good start, score runs early, and then let that bullpen work for us and play good defense behind them.
Joe, you like the Wenatchee Valley? Have you liked your experiences here this summer?
Yeah, I do like it here actually. I'm so grateful to have opportunity to play here, and then I've been having fun here. So I just want to keep it going,
Are you a better baseball player now in late July than you were in early June when the season started?
I guess so. I've been improving my skills and my mentality as well. So I think I'm getting better now.
Is this what you want to do? Are you a baseball lifer, one way or the other? You're going to be involved in the game until you're an old man?
Mm-hmm, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's your ultimate goal, Joe?
I just want to keep playing baseball as long as I can, and then we'll see what's going to happen, Yeah, I just want to keep playing baseball.
Coach, what's your impressions? What do you think this guy's future holds in organized ball?
Man, sky's the limit for Joe. He's one of those guys, he shows up every day and he takes it serious, he works. He's here to the field early, putting in extra time in the cages, and he's always talking the game. Whether it's in the dugout, whether he's in the lineup or not, he's always talking baseball, finding little ways, asking his coaches how he can get better, constantly just absorbing stuff. So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me to see Joe end up at a really high level of baseball someday.
You guys had the kids camp today, the second one. The first kids camp was a couple of weeks ago, and you had the older kids. The kids have been playing organized ball for a while. Today you had the younger kids.
Yeah.
It was this massive glorified babysitting operation, but you guys were having a good time. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like working better maybe with the younger kids who might be more interested in having fun than learning how to throw properly?
Oh yeah. I think all of our guys enjoy these couple days getting out here and just meeting kids in the Wenatchee Valley, and there's always just great personalities when you get into those younger groups, and they're just here to have a good time, and they love baseball. They're here, they're just playing a kid's game and enjoying it, and so it makes it fun for these guys to be able to come out here and work with them for a couple days.
Joe is working great with the kids, signing some autographs. Kids are liking that. Nobody asked me for my autograph.
Right.
And I'm like a local celebrity, Joe. People like me. One last question, Mitch, and we'll cut you loose. The tarp rolling skills of your team stink.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get on that real quick. What happened there?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gone the day where we had this rain out, and so some of these guys back here had to roll it up. Coach Vaughn was supervising that day, so it doesn't surprise me it didn't get put away right. A skipper's gone for one day, things like this happen. So we were supposed to have a slip and slide today. It didn't work out. We turned on the sprinklers. Kids got to run through it, so we'll make the most of it.
Good enough for me. Corvallis, and it's homecoming for Ed Nags. Ed Nags, the most successful manager in franchise history, is an associate coach with Corvallis. It's going to be an emotional night. It's going to be great to see Ed.
Yep.
And go Sox. Let's have some fun this weekend.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for, man. Just to talk about Ed Nags real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I first got hired, that was one of the first phone calls I made was to Ed Nags, and man, he shared valuable information, giving me tips along the way. So really respect not only what he's done here for the Wenatchee Apple Sox, but for myself as well. Class act guy, and we're excited to have him back.
But Ed, we want to beat you. Sorry, Ed. This is baseball, and we're in a pennant race. We got things to do. Mitch, Joe, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it. Go Sox. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hey Wenatchee Valley, this is Ben Griffin. I'm here with my friend Eddie the Yeti. He wants to share some big news.
Arctic Refrigeration is now employee-owned and has a new name, Columbia Cooling and Refrigeration. I want you to remember this summer, when you're hot and sweaty, call the Eddie.
No, it's called the Yeti, Y-E-T-I, not called the Eddie.
Whatever. We are a factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Whatever it takes.
Give us a call at Columbia Cooling and Refrigeration at 509-662-5911.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
We're back on this Friday television presentation of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Temperatures around the region right here in the big city, 72. So we've warmed up 4 degrees since this show began. Elsewhere, Moses Lake's at 64, Manson 70, downtown Dryden 65, suburban Dryden also 65, and the relative humidity is already beginning to drop. It was at 45% when this show began. It's now down to 35%. It'll be in the teens, around 15 to 13% by late this afternoon. So we have the big 3 things that qualify for a red flag warning. We have low relative humidities, warm temperatures, and unfortunately, a little bit of wind. A red flag warning goes into effect at 12 noon today, goes until 8 o'clock tonight. Now, if you're looking for some good news in all of this, the Wenatchee Valley itself is right at the very cusp of the geographical footprint that is the red flag warning. We're going to have some winds today, but it's not going to be nearly as windy as to the north of us. You see that large swath up in Chelan and for northern Douglas County where the wheat fields are and the sage and the grass that have now been burned out and dried out. That's the real critical part, because not only do you have all of those fuels there in that area, but it's also going to be windier up on the Waterville Plateau. And the farther north you go, the stronger the winds are going to be. So it is the combination, again, of strong winds, low relative humidity, and warm temperatures. So any fire that gets a toehold, whoa, watch out. Red flag warning from 12 noon to 8 o'clock this evening. From the National Weather Service, here we go. Sunshine, just about what we hit yesterday. We hit 91 yesterday. We'll be pretty close to that today. Right around 91 or 92. Again, a little wind here for the Wenatchee Valley, a northwest wind, pretty consistent at right around 10 miles an hour. It's going to pick up in intensity a little bit, but not much tonight. 62 for the overnight low, and then nothing but sunshine and lollipops and all the good stuff right on into the middle of next week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you at the ballpark tonight. Take care. Bye-bye.